to fill in the convention of consent. If you're on a tablet or a smartphone of any kind, you'll be asked to enter in your name and email before you get to this point. In that process, there'll also be a little button that says, do you want a copy of your convention of consent emailed to you, or a copy of the signed document emailed to you? If you click on that, it'll turn part of the button blue. Do that so that you get an email confirmation and a copy of your signed form by email. And then in order to keep going, you do need to click on, yeah, you agree that you're going to be using the PDF filler to fill in this form. Okay, so everybody gets this form. This is what it looks like, and it's called our convention of consent. And you fill in your name. It's kind of self-explanatory at this point to follow through, especially if you're on a computer or a laptop. If you're on a cell phone or a tablet, it can be a bit confusing, especially as you get further down, because things might be hidden on your screen. So just be careful what you're signing, or that everything is filled in before you click done. So the first thing you want to fill in is your name. And then your address, including your city and postal and province. And your postal code. If you hit tab, or when you click on the next area that you can click on your phone or tablet, it'll be the postal code. And the postal code you want to fill in, like any postal code, just make sure you put a space between the first three sets of numbers and letters and the second three sets. There's sets of three. And then when you tab over, or the next field that you're able to enter in is your area code, and then your phone number. Here it doesn't matter if you leave a space or anything between the numbers, but just make sure you have your postal code in there. Now basically the convention of consent is a legal agreement that you are signing with everybody else. Basically you're agreeing that you are in agreement with everybody else that signs this, that you want your political right to self-determination and self-governance. Basically, you want your right to tell your government what you want them to do, and to hold them accountable, and to also stop them should they be making decisions that are not in your best interests. Now, when this was first done, it's under a system of direct democracy. It's not actually direct democracy. It's more in line with policy democracy. But it is a direct democracy system of governance. Anytime that the people are directly involved in their own governance, it's called direct democracy. And also creating a new constitution for Canada. So the new constitution is actually a constitutional amendment first. That's what this will trigger. And then after that, we can all together as a whole, Canadians and Indigenous people as a whole, create a new constitution for our land, and one that will uphold the Indigenous treaty rights. So then upon reaching a majority of signing this document, that's 51% of 7 provinces. We could do this sooner based on the number that the last Prime Minister, Trudeau, was elected with, which is about 6 million. We could even go further and challenge the fact that the government often makes policy decisions based on 1,500 people across Canada. So there's a lot of leeway here, but to be on the safe side, we are trying to reach a majority of signings so that there can be no dispute that the will of the people cannot be denied. So this convention will hereafter be included and enacted. So once everybody has signed, or enough people have signed, it'll go as a question before the Supreme Court to tell them we want our Constitution to be in our Constitution, and we want our constitutional amendment. So then you sign before a witness. Now the witness is Nicole. She's already signed below. You'll see here. She's already signed. And so you just sign the city that you're in. and the province. And then the date. This and the year. Now the year is something that's sometimes missed on cell phones and tablets, and people get an error saying that it's not filled in. Just make sure that that year is filled in. It's sometimes hidden off to the side due to the screen size. And then for signature, you can either type your signature in and it will do a font for you, or you can draw it. If you've got one saved already, you can upload. So we'll just draw ours. And there, the document is, when you finish signing, it says the document's finished. So in signing the present consent, you acknowledge and receive one copy. That's what you do the email for, and agree to the holding of one or more original true copies by IAQ's representative. So this is saved in a safe space. This is not ever given to the government or presented to the government in the way of a petition or anything like that. This is not a petition. So this is going to be only presented to the Supreme Court of Canada, the National Assembly, the Parliament of Canada, international courts, and any official federal or provincial government ministry being affected by it. So basically it'll start at the Supreme Court of Canada, then it will go to the Parliament, and then it will go to international courts or federal or provincial governments stating the will of the people. So all information is going to be protected and cannot be shared due to Privacy of Information Act. So again, the government is not doing this. We're not appealing to the government for help for this. This is being done by the Canadian People's Union through the power shift for the people of Canada, by the people of Canada. So once you're all finished and you're okay with this, when you click done, it's going to ask you one more time, are you sure you're about to submit this document? Are you ready to do this? So if there's something you want to change, you can. Otherwise, good to go. Now this stage on a laptop or computer would have been done at the beginning of a tablet or smartphone or iPhone. And then once you click submit, your document is submitted. And now if you're on a computer or iPhone or computer or tablet, sorry, computer or laptop, now you can download a copy onto your hard drive. You won't be emailed out a copy. In this case, it'll come, you just click download to download it to your hard drive. If you ever do want to be sent a copy, just go to the power shift up at the top. There is this contact information. Scroll down, put in your name, email, and just state that you want to be sent a copy of your signed convention of consent, and we'll get you out a copy as soon as we can. And that's about it. Hopefully this has helped you to be able to sign. If you know of people that have been having problems, or if you're sharing with friends and they're having problems, please share this video with them. Thank you.